Today we're going to be talking about a really powerful tool that you can use in your classroom. It's called Padlet, and you can use it in a variety of ways within your classroom. Padlet is essentially a virtual bulletin board where teachers and students can collaborate, journal, share links, pictures, or videos in real time. Because it's online, people can use it anywhere, anytime, and it works with all devices. So let's get to it. The first thing you need to do is you need to sign up. The easiest thing to do is to simply sign up with Google. All you have to do is click sign in and you're ready. So once you're signed in, this is your dashboard. This is where you can create Padlets that you're going to use to interact with your students. We're going to go ahead and click New Padlet. So you can see the program has created a Padlet for us, but we want to customize it. So the first thing I'm going to do is title it. And actually for this Padlet, I'm going to be asking my students to go on the internet and find examples of figurative language. So I'm going to title it Figurative Language. And then I'm going to go ahead and type the directions into the description. Alright, so now that I've got the title and the description, now I want to go ahead and customize the wallpaper. This is a little busy for me, especially when they're going to be posting pictures and videos, so I'm going to try and find something a little more neutral. Yeah, that looks good. So I'm going to save that. And then I'm going to decide what I want the layout to be. Freeform sort of has the post go anywhere, and a grid is more, well, in a grid. But the stream is more like a Facebook or an Instagram where they kind of post in a stream in order. And for me, I feel like that's what I want for this project. And now that I've saved the personalization, let's scroll down and look at some of the other settings. So the first thing you're going to notice down here that's important is the show author name in posts. Now if I turn this on, it will show me the usernames of the students that are posting. But that requires them to log in, and since I like to embed these right on my website, I don't want to have to go through that extra step. So what I simply do is I have them type their name as the title, and then they could type in the post and post their picture or their video from the figurative language that they found online. The next thing that's important is the address down here. I don't want to have all these letters and numbers, so I'm going to type in figurative language, and that'll create a custom web address, and I'm going to go ahead and save that. So now that I've personalized and modified it, let's go ahead and close this window, and we're going to go into Share, and these are where the other settings that we need are found. So the last step to creating this Padlet is setting the privacy and the sharing settings. So what you can see here is you have some choices. It can be private, password protected, secret, or public. And so for the classroom, I choose secret because I want them to be able to click on a link, or I want to be able to embed it into my website, but I don't necessarily want it searchable just on the web. And then anyone who has the link or QR code can access the Padlet. It won't be visible in Google search or public areas of Padlet. And then those with access, we want to make sure that they can write on it because this is where your students are going to be sharing this information. Some other advanced settings, you can make it so that people can copy the Padlet without the responses to use it for their own use. And you can also make it so that you have to moderate the posts before they actually are shared. I keep that off. If you find there's a problem with students posting inappropriate things, you can always go back and turn that on at another time. Then we're going to switch over to the Share, Export, and Embed. And they have some options for you. They actually have a QR code that the students would be able to use. You can copy the link, or you can embed it in your blog or your website. So as I said before, what I like to do is I like to embed it right on my class website, and you would just copy and paste the code. But you could also copy the link and post that in Google Classroom. The other nice thing about this is that once the students have all posted and you're finished with the assignment, you can save it as a PDF so you have a record of their work. And now that we've gotten all of our share and privacy settings done, we're going to close that, and this Padlet is ready to go. So this is what the Padlet looks like, and this is what your students would see. So if they've already gone out on the internet, they found an example of figurative language that they would like to post here, they would simply click on it, and then they would type in their name, and they can click on the little camera, paste the link to the picture they found, post it here, They could say, this is an example of an idiom, and there you go. And maybe another student went out and they found a video, so they're going to double click, they're going to put their name as the title, they're going to find and paste the clip, submit it, it'll be embedded right into their post, and there you go. And all the students will be able to see that. So it's a really handy tool for the classroom. This is just one example, but you could also use it for exit slips to see just how much the students learned that day in class, to see what you might need to hit on tomorrow again. It could be used for collaboration between students or between colleagues and peers. You can use it for an online scavenger hunt like I did here, or a KWL chart. You could use it as a curation tool, so you as the teacher could post in a grid form the different links to videos or pictures or websites you want the students to visit while they're in rotations. You can use it as a question board where students can anonymously ask questions if they're lost or confused, and that way it takes the pressure off of them asking a question in class. Or you could use it ongoing throughout the year as a word wall, and you could post an example for each of the different words and terms that you've covered in your class. So Padlet also has this Best of Education, and it's chock full of resources. They're content specific or they're about strategies within the classroom, but it gives you a wealth of information. Like you can even look at math memes. It might take a minute to pop up, but it's so funny because there are a bazillion math memes that people have posted. So here we go. You can see a whole bunch of math memes that you could use within the math classroom. Padlet is such a versatile tool that can be used within the classroom. It can be used as a pre-assessment of student learning, like the KWL chart, or it could be used as a learning and collaboration tool, like the Internet Resource Scavenger Hunt. Teachers can use it as a curation tool to deliver sources like websites and videos for students to access during blended learning, and it can also be used as a formative assessment when used as an exit slip or a question board. It's an easy tool for both students and teachers to learn and utilize throughout the school year, and with the ability to customize the appearance and the use, it's a tool that both students and teachers won't get tired of.